Do you know? Has anyone seen the kids' film Up? Right, you know the little old man with the glasses on. I swear to you, we were playing away at Sunderland, and a live human version of the man in Up was there.
What's happening, ladies and blokes, and welcome to Utter Bloke Nonsense, the FPL podcast from the other side of the pond. I'm JJ.
And I'm Rabbit.
And we are an FPL podcast. We're two FPL fans. We wanted to bring a different perspective from the content creator echo chamber that can get so echoey and sometimes drive your scores down, and operate off of inside information that is not fair. So we are the FPL pod for the people.
We are very much oppressed American FPL fans.
Yes. Very much so. Yeah, we're not getting up at 5 a.m. to like peel out some leaks from
some jammy
sneaky
city leak.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yes, we're gonna talk about match week 23, and it's an interesting match week that it was. A lot of goals, but not super high scoring at the same time. And yeah, we'll go over some of our future transfer plans. I think both of us have made transfers already, or at least plans to, since we rolled. Actually, Rabbit's team is pretty good, so maybe not.
Yeah, I might roll. Spoiler, but we'll see. Yeah.
But yeah, I've made a couple transfers. That's for sure. After this game week, spoiler.
I've had enough.
But yeah, we'll start out with the good news, and then we'll go to the poor performance first. So I'll pass it over to Rabbit to share his FPL team's performance, and then we could talk about my somewhat mediocre to bad game week after. But yeah, I'll pass the stage over to Rabbit.
Am I showing?
Whoa, yeah, that was crazy though. You just live went up a point, I think. I think it started out, you said you had 40, your safety score was 45, and then it turned into 46. Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm getting that late bonus point. We love it. So yes, 2-point green arrow overall. Okay, another week where overall low scoring week for everyone, and I still get a green arrow. And as you can see, my top performer sort of was Bruno, I guess, in terms of the differential here. And Pickford was pretty much a disappointment. When going into the last game, I think Everton and Leeds, I think I was on a 4-point green arrow, and I was really hoping for a big clean sheet, and yeah, it did not happen. But the Everton defense still, I'm not hanging my hat on them, but when they get the clean sheet, it's just the returns are huge, and I think overall it just sort of balances out at the end of the day. But looking at the threats, they were nil. This is a clean sweep of threats. Thiago, I am not dealing with. I am happily off, not bringing him in. I think I did text you at one point that because I was so frustrated with Ekitike, I was like, I just probably should just bring Thiago, and he's better than nothing, which Ekitike is nothing to me right now. So looking at
honestly, I would go even Nielsen over Thiago even.
Well,
I don't know if that's a hot take, but
that is my thoughts exactly, because I do just want to go against Igor. Because that's the only way I can really gain rank efficiently right now. So looking at the rest of the team, obviously Arsenal bottled against United. I started Guehi, and because I was initially going to bench Bruno, but yeah, between Guehi and Chalobah, it was a tough decision. Thankfully, Chelsea blew the clean sheet, which I was very thrilled about from an FPL's perspective. And Guehi just got a nice, calm normal clean sheet. I don't think he even got that many def cons. I think he got like 4 or something.
He had
But he had
5, I think.
so many passes. I
Yeah.
think he had over 100 passes. So hopefully, and he did have a shot on target.
He
I
had a
think.
really nice header that could have gone in. I mean, it
Yeah,
was relatively easy to save, but it was from a good spot.
yeah. Well, when he leapt up, I was like, "Ooh boy!" But yeah,
He's our
so
best set piece target right now, easily. Honestly, I mean
yeah.
Holland, for how big he is, just not that great on corners. So yeah,
Hmm.
he will probably get some more opportunities.
Yep. And moving on to the midfield of dreams for the most part. But yeah, Pruno got his attacking return. No def cons, sort of surprising, but when Arsenal attack the way they did, I feel like it's like hard to get def cons, unless you're, Harry Maguire or something. But
Yeah,
Harry
A
Wilson.
lot of their attacks just end with Gyökeres taking a shot that goes out for a throw in.
Yep,
So
or just like dribbling, or Madueke dribbling it out of bounds. So
yeah, a lot of dribbling to the byline and then just stepping, going either like trying to win a corner and then like taking it off of yourself, or just going out of
yeah,
bounds. Yeah, it's a beautiful game.
byline
It's just
merchantry.
awesome soccer.
Hmm. And Wilson, I this is my favorite type of midfield performance. They pretty much do nothing all game but get a goal, and then they get 3 bonus points, a nice even 10 pointer. Those are my favorite type of midfield players. They feel so good. Yeah, because it's pretty much an 8 point goal, which is just crazy. It's just like the efficiency off the charts. And Rogers finally getting a return. DefCon, like honestly, well, when he first came into the league, he's like, I guess he is a guy who runs a lot and covers a lot of ground. So it is sort of shocking that this is like his first DEF CON return. I feel like a long time, or if like he probably only had hit DEF CONs like once or twice before this. So I was happy to see that. And yeah, that's pretty much an assist, and DEF CON is like as good as a goal. So we love that. Rice was not too good. Arsenal was just not too good. So, I mean, I am starting to think that I should probably just start Gabriel and Rice sometimes and not Timber all the time. It did suck that the goal that Arsenal score own goal scores again for Arsenal, and it wasn't Timber, even though he was right there. I thought it was Timber, and I was like, "What are you doing in the striker position?" I thought like it was Jesus for a second. I was like, okay, whatever. But then when I saw Timber rolling off, I was like, oh, come on. But yeah, that was sort of unfortunate, in my opinion.
Very strange goal.
And it was a hard goal, yeah. I was just like, I was like, when they were saying own goal, I was just like, well, I guess you could tell from the celebration it wasn't a proper goal, but but yeah, I was just like, how did Martinez get the angle on it? Like, even if he didn't mean to, obviously hit it
Yeah,
towards goal. Like, how did that happen?
it was
So
it was crazy that it like went like that without hitting Timber at all. It was just like
exactly,
very weird deflection.
like no assist. Come on, but Semenyo, who I really thought about captaining, uh, the night before my long slumber and before the team leaks, I was very unaware of. I was thinking about captaining Semenyo just because, yeah, when you're captain a midfielder that gets a goal, that's it. That's so good. But I ultimately I'd feel like a fool if Haaland got more than a goal. So I ended up sticking with Haaland, which obviously wasn't the right decision. Obviously, he was benched along with Foden, who not my issue, but Holland benched. It's looking bad, or at least it's looking at least more legitimate to not captain Holland, which I think is more fun. I am like looking forward to actually, thinking about my captaincy decisions in the coming weeks, hopefully. And Ekatike, massive stinker. I just wish Holland didn't come on. Like, that's the thing. City were up 2-0. Then he brings on Foden and Holland, which is, I think Pep did that actually out of spite for FPL players. He was like, "Stop! Like we're trying to like win games of football here. We're not trying to get points in a fantasy game." We have beef with Pep, but yeah, it was just sort of frustrating because, I mean, it just sucks because Akatike also stank, but like and didn't start. So I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy.
but like I should have just put the vice captaincy on Semenyo, and then so I really do have to pay attention more to the vice captaincy because I was thinking about captaining Semenyo, and then like I was felt lazy, and I was like, oh, Holland's obviously gonna start, so why even care about the vice captaincy? So I should have done something about that, even though Holland started. But Dubrovka still getting points on my bench. Love to see it. And Chalaba got DEFCONs, but yeah, no clean sheet. Anderson got DEFCONs and an assist.
Nice
Finally, he got
assist.
his attacking return.
Crazy.
When
This was his first one all season, right?
well, yeah. Since I've owned him, yes, that's for sure. And I've been holding him for a long time now, and yeah, it's sort of crazy. It came when he was on my bench, but like ultimately, I feel like I got like all the calls right in terms, I guess, of the clean sheet. Like I got Guehi right, and both of these defenders, blew their clean sheet, but got some points on the side. So a little bit unfortunate there. And obviously, I just have to start the Arsenal defense. I'm sort of bullied into it, but like I said, I think I'm going to start probably going without Timber if I'm not super confident in the clean sheet. In favor of a Trev or Anderson, because I think their upside is just better a lot of the time. Like Timber, he was close to getting that goal, but honestly, when he starts on the other side of the pitch, when he's not right back, he doesn't really get forward that much, I feel like. And yeah, it's just not really his natural position. So yeah, overall, pretty good week. I mean, yeah, like everyone else's midfield sort of stung, other than Enzo. I thought Enzo had 10 points. Okay, no, okay, that's crazy. But yeah, overall, pretty good week. People who brought in, who sold Cunha for Fernandez.
Yeah,
that's
hilarious.
funny. The photo. Oh wow, that's a crazy move.
That's a nice move.
I guess I lost on this move, but I was never starting O'Reilly. I had to get rid of O'Reilly because I had the quad. Foden to Enzo was the superior move. Yeah, Bruno G is obviously injured, so there's that. But yeah, overall, pretty good week. I think I need to get a new striker. I think I am going to go towards Evan Nielsen because I want to rebel against Igor. But I am sort of hesitant just because watching Evan Nielsen is frustrating. And I might get really sick of him real quick. But at the same time, I'm probably going to wildcard at some point soon. Like, I thought I was going to wildcard this week. I am in no position to wildcard. I think my team is good enough for the most part. And so a punt on Evan Nielsen sounds pretty freaking good right now. And he's on pens for the most part, to my knowledge.
Krupi might take pens. That people don't. Because when Tavernier took a pen, it looked like Krupi might have been about to take it. So now that Tavernier's injured, it might be Krupi, but we don't know.
I could go potentially Gilbert to Krupi. Well, actually, I wouldn't have the funds for it, but that would just like make my bench sick.
Yeah,
and I do think Krupi and Evan Nielsen are legitimately as good as each other in terms of FPL assets. I
think Evan Nielsen is slightly more nailed, but Krupi might be on pens.
But Krupi comes off the bench and gets
really
a goal.
Nailed for a 4.6 to be nailed in like a pretty good attack is crazy. So that like 2.5 mil that you're saving is potentially worth it.
Yep. And like even if he doesn't start, he's just a proven super sub. It's like
he's He has more goals. I think he's there on the team right now.
Yes.
Maybe Tavernier has more, but I think it's either Tavernier or him as their leading scorer of the season.
Yeah.
Now that Semenyo's
And like
gone,
I
so.
think his goal per 90 is like 0.88. I think I saw it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's just like he's super like starting is different than coming off the bench, obviously, and that stat is a reflection of that. It's obviously skewed, but he is just that good too. So it's just like
He's really good.
So, but yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, they just bought the third Ryan in the Premier League, as far as I know. Maybe there's more, but they bought the Brazilian striker Ryan, who could, I mean, really take minutes off of all of their attackers. At the same time, though, with Clivert and Tavernier out, I don't think that's necessarily a concern right now. Though everyone and good Doak, who I don't know, Doak was really playing anyway, but. With all those guys injured, I think that Krupi's a good pick. I mean, you will see. I have brought him in, so yeah.
Yep. Well, that's it for my team. I can pass it off.
Word. Yeah. Slightly more disappointing week for me. I think I am now below you in rank, which is crazy.
What?
What was your rank? I think you're like 530, right?
I'm 543.
543. Yeah, so we're really close, but you have leapfrogged me here, which is sad. I think this was the what I got. I got penalized for rolling transfers. Honestly, is the most the way I look at it, the most logical thing. Which I guess I'm fine with, even though I do think that there were some transfers that if I had known the full extent of the benchings, I would have just made this week and probably been in a slightly better spot. But not that much better. I would have gained like probably 5 points off of it. So really my team is in need of somewhat of an overhaul, and I have 3 transfers, and so you'll see the moves that I made in a minute. But first, to summarize my team, my differentials, honestly, 4 points for defense isn't that bad. I wouldn't say these are total flops for Mukiele and Chalaba. There were 2 of my 3 highest scoring defenders this week, so it's not like I made a mistake starting either of them. Honestly, my mistake was starting the Arsenal defense, so shout out. I do think, though, legitimately, United attack is good enough where it should be a real dissuader to starting a defender against them, because
100%.
As a team, I think the jury's still out. I feel like it was a great win against Arsenal. I think they could struggle to beat lesser opposition, because I think they'll concede goals as well. But they're going to score a lot of goals, especially now that Cunha and Bumo Fernandes are all healthy and playing. The Dorgu injury sucks because he's been awesome too, but I still think the attack's going to be really good even without him. But yeah, Mukiele has just been really my star of the season, honestly, if I were to pick one. Just because I've had him, I think, since game week... I didn't have him the first game week, but I probably brought him in like game week 4. And he's been one of the best defenders in the game, legitimately. By far the best for his price. He's gone up from 4.0 when I brought him in, to 4.5. And he is, without even getting clean sheets now, is getting returns, which is pretty crazy. He's back-to-back assists in as many game weeks. So that's pretty awesome. Chalaba got the DEFCONs. Very sad to see that clean sheet go. It's on the flip side of Rabbit, who was excited about it. I would have, he would have gotten a huge haul, I think. He might have even been, well, actually, I don't know about bonus. He probably would have gotten like an 8-pointer though. And so that would have been nice, but it's okay. I still think he's an awesome asset. I feel like he's still I got him ahead of the curve. I think a lot of FBL content creators are still evangelizing for Trev, and Chelsea's defense is good, one of the best. And his fixtures are also really, really good. He has like 5 green fixtures in a row starting next week. So I feel great about having him. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, West Ham are on a little bit of a better stretch right now, but we'll see. Maybe he can haul against them. Yeah, shout out to Semenyo. I think we've been singing his praises on this pod all season, and that'll continue. He's going nowhere. I feel like he is by far City's best right winger right now. And he had his goal was awesome. He came super close to scoring a second that he banged off the crossbar. And I think honestly, right now, he is probably getting into better positions and better chances than even Haaland has the past couple of weeks. So I'm gonna back him. Also, like, just awesome. I guess we could talk about the recap too. Like, Marmoush was really, really good in that Wolves game as well. And the benching of Foden and Haaland was obviously really bad for FPL, but as far as City's like team goes, I think it was a really, really smart decision from Pep. That the Wolves game, I mean, we only won 2-0, but that was one of the best games we've played in a while. It was just a really dominant, decisive win. Mark Guehi looked awesome already, like you said, making a bunch of passes. He's our best center back for sure. Probably the best center back, at least that can play for the rest of this season. And honestly, he might be better than Guardiola as well. But we'll see. Excited about him. Great transfer. Legitimately think that he could like turn our season around, which is huge. But we just really needed a defender like him. We already mentioned Rice with that blank and the yellow card, which is really tough. He was getting into some decent positions, but yeah, Arsenal's attack was really lackluster that game, and I still feel good about Rice. Him being on corners is huge, and I think he'll get his goals and his clean sheets and his DEFCONs and just be one of the better midfielders in the game. But I have not gotten rewarded at all with him. I think his highest game week that he scored is 3 points since I brought him in, so that's tough. Speaking of getting rewarded, finally Morgan Rogers with the haul. It was such a Mickey Mouse assist. He just like basically made like a little one-touch layoff, and then Buendia scored. What's that?
Good day, man.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Good day, man. Good night, man. The two Argentinian blokes in the Premier League. Buendia, he just like tapped it to Buendia, who scored a banger. Which like every single goal he's scored this season has been like an outside of the box rip, which is pretty crazy.
That's been all of Villa's goals, actually.
Yeah,
they're all long shots.
They're the most Mickey Mouse team ever. I'm not afraid to say it, but their fixtures are pretty good, and I am gonna rock with Rogers, even though I think he's somewhat of a fraud as an FPL asset, at least. He's a really good player in my opinion, but I just don't really rate Villa's attack, especially like Newcastle's defense looked really bad. They're in general without Bruno G. They just looked listless out there, and
it was it away or at home?
No, it was at Newcastle.
Oh yeah. Well, no, but that's like the perfect Villa fixture. It's just like, oh, you think it's gonna be uniquely hard for them because it's like, oh, playing Newcastle away is tough. And then just like, no, we're just gonna get a clean sheet. And
they cooked them. I mean, to be fair, like no Bruno G. Yeah, Newcastle, they look so bad. Especially the second goal that Watkins scored, just like he had a free run into the box, completely unmarked, is a very, very easy header. I don't know. I still like Newcastle. I actually think that their defense is, when their fixtures swing slightly, I probably will bring in a Newcastle defender. But that's for now. I'm not really thinking about it. Especially, I mean, it seems like Bruno G might come back this week, but without him, they are just a completely different team. Yes, and then my forwards triple blanky across the board with 2 1-pointers. Just quite disappointing. Of course, the who were Bournemouth playing against again, or uh,
Brentford.
Brentford playing against?
God, who
Oh,
was it?
Forest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
they got diced.
yeah, they got diced. I feel like ever since I mentioned that Brentford were a very high scoring team, they have laid goose eggs across the board.
Reverted
They
to the
like really haven't
mean.
scored any goals.
They haven't getting
That
those
was that
pens.
was a podcaster's jinx if I've ever seen one. Um, yeah, I don't feel great about Igor Tiago honestly as an asset. I think even Nielsen's better. But at the same time, he's not taking up too much budget, and
Yep.
I just made some transfers that freed up a bunch of budget. So he's cool with my team for now. I've been thinking about benching him certain game weeks, honestly, which feels risky. But like Villa away next week, I could bench him and start
Ooh,
Krupi
yeah.
instead. We'll see. That is. I'll share my team once I after I've gone through and look at my transfers. I guess the final thing, just absolute classic. Well, Dubrovka off the bench, shout out. Honestly, if I really had thought about the Dubrovka versus Raya um, goalkeeper decision, I probably would have ended up starting Dubrovka. For whatever reason, I was like really I just like thought that United were so bad, even though like all the data says otherwise. They really
It,
have
it,
been like a
it
good
is.
attack.
Yeah, it's just really hard to go against the Arsenal defense, even though we know they're sort of fraudulent. Like
Yeah,
it's still tough because you own the players, and if you get punished while having them, that just feels bad. It feels
yeah,
it's like you're gonna bench freaking Raya in your case and Timber in my case, and that's the week they're gonna return because the
right.
Arsenal defense is statistically good. So it's tough. I mean, De Bruyne also like Spurs. I mean, they did score 2 goals, so it's
Yeah,
like it's tough.
Dubravka was just made a bunch of saves. It was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Um, I do think though that Leeds away for Arsenal, deceptively tough fixture. I
Yes,
feel like they honestly might draw. Man, I don't know if I'm
benching
gonna call it a
Timber.
loss, but
Yeah.
that screams a 1-1 draw to me. And so yeah, I probably will still start Raya because Dubravka is playing at the Stadium of Light, which is just a tough stadium to come into. We've seen this season. But yeah, and also it's a nice emotional hedge. If Arsenal play well, I as a City fan, I'm glad to at least benefit from it from an FPL
Yep.
perspective. And if they play badly, then I get happy from like an actual Premier League perspective. And
Mhm.
then it's like, who cares about FPL? City actually have a chance here. Um, so yeah, that's my team. Somewhat disappointing. Oh yeah. Wait, I forgot to say again. The Matty Cash, of course. Like this is the most obvious. Like anytime I bench him, just if you listen to the podcast and you have Matty Cash, anytime I bench him, start him because he's going to get some points. And I'm benching him this next week, so uh, do with that what you may. Um, but yeah, I'll show off my squad.
Wait, isn't it Brentford? You said it's Brentford at home for
It is
cash, right?
Brentford at home, yeah,
Then why don't you
but
do it?
I just think
Like,
that I like my other. I mean, I guess I could. I don't know who I would bench for him, honestly. Maybe Tiago, but
that'd be like I think it'd be okay to have Thiago and cash. Then you probably get something from it. I know it's not
yeah,
the
but
most
then
optimal play, but it's like
I guess I could
it's
bench
hard to.
Krupi. I kind of like
Ugh.
Krupi this week, though. I feel like
I
Krupi's
mean,
gonna do
yeah,
something.
yeah. I mean, it's Wolves. It's like worth it. Um, hmm. Maybe Declan.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
honestly, that no, I mean that could be something. That honestly could be the move. I'll think about it. I'll have to think
I
about
mean,
that.
Trev, like, I mean, I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet.
I will say Trev when I bench him has like the greatest performances ever. He will like score a goal and get a clean. Like I
World's
think Trev has had
historical.
multiple double digit
Ooh.
performances off my bench. The only times I bench him.
Yeah,
So
like what West Ham have been better, and Chelsea have been a little fraudulent with their results. Like they've flattered to deceive in this in terms of the score lines, and I think Trev could get like an attacking return because, I mean I think that's
yeah,
what happened last time when they played. But yeah, I'm not really. I would bet on the clean sheet for cash more than Trev. I would say that.
yeah, that's fair. But here are my transfers that I've made so far. I brought in Krupi Jr. for Ekatike, and then Bruno Fernandez for Phil Foden. I'm also thinking about, although not fully sold, because I actually really like this lineup here. I might go Dewsbury Hall to Enzo. Then my team would be super template, and I kind of like starting Krupi as a bit of a differential. So yeah, there's still the question. I mean, regardless, the Enzo move I wouldn't do until after Chelsea's Champions League game, just to make sure he's healthy. Um, another piece of data: Dewsbury Hall is back now. He played 45 minutes against Leeds, and he was an attacking midfielder in that game. I do think that he could do pretty well, given they just really need attacking enforcements. And actually, Everton's attack has been like okay, like not terrible, not great. Um, Honestly, a sneaky good asset that maybe would be a good even Nielsen. Um, Even if you wanted to go more differential than even Nielsen, Tiano Berry is actually a nice FPL asset. I think he's had 3 straight games with returns, and he plays around 90 minutes. He just got He got subbed off in I think the 89th minute in the last Everton game. But yeah, he's only 5.7, and okay, yeah, he has 4 returns in his last 5 games. Um,
This
I think
reminds
he's a
me
good
of like
option.
the Beto run from like last year.
It could
It's gonna
be.
dry up. It's gonna
Their
dry up.
fixtures are good though. These are like the greenest gray fixtures ever. Brighton are gonna allow goals. Fulham are gonna allow goals. Bournemouth at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, they'll score some goals.
I think
United always allow a lot of goals. And
the
then I
goal
mean Newcastle away is tough, but
the goal he scored against Leeds was it wasn't the most jammy thing, but it was also really jammy for how like sort of slick it was. Like it was like,
wait,
it
I
was
remember
just like
this.
he like
What happened
squeezes in the
again?
cross, he squeeses in the touch. Like
Oh
it was like, yeah,
yeah.
it's like so like it's so fine margins. Like it
I
just
mean,
like
his
he
goal
could
against Villa was super jammy. I don't know if you saw that one. It was
I don't
like
remember.
the it was a back pass. I think Konsa like scuffed a back pass and it hit like off of an Everton guy and then to Lindelof, who also scuffed a back pass, and then like finally it went to Barry, and he was right in front of goal, and he was just able to like tap it in. But it was like ping pong or pinball, whatever bouncing ball analogy you
Mhm.
like. I like Barry a lot. I was trying to see if I could bring him in, and I technically could have instead of Krupi, but then I would not have been able to go from Dewsbury Hall to Enzo, which I still want to leave open as an option. And honestly, I mean, Krupi Jr. versus Barry. Barry might be a better asset just purely like independent of price, but Kirby Jr. being 4.6 is just such a nice enabler to be able to start a 4.6 guy when I want to, and still have that flexibility of the 3.7 million in budget to upgrade midfield, defense, wherever I need to. It's nice. So I'm happy with my moves. I will say, just to talk about transfer planning into the future, I am probably going to get rid of Dallo in 2 game weeks and bring in Mateus Nunes for him. I probably should have made that move in the first place. I think I guess it might have been, I forget if it was Cash or Dallo, but I was debating between Nunes or one of those two, and I ended up going with one of those two because I didn't entirely trust City's defense. But what makes Nunes so good is he is a great defender, and City's defense I think is a lot better now that we have Mark Guehi, and I think we just he brings some stability to the team. Nunez also has really good attacking potential. He's when he plays 90, he often gets an assist. That's why he's the number 6 defender right now. Is not. I mean, he gets clean sheets for sure, but I think it's mostly out the strength of his bonus and his attacking returns.
What's his ownership?
Yeah, 11-pointer. It is 3.3%. Which is pretty good. I think that's going to go up. Yeah. I really like him as an asset. He probably throughout the whole season, accounting for injuries and consistency, he's probably been our best defender, which I never thought I'd be able to say. But Yasko has been amazing, but he only played a fraction of the games because of a couple different injuries. Ruben Diaz, honestly, a little bit mediocre when he plays. I think he's just lost the little bit of pace that he had.
He's a little washed.
He will,
but little.
Yeah, a little bit for sure. I mean, honestly, Guehi starts over him in a fully healthy 11.
Easy.
Guehi's just better. And as amazing as Nico O'Reilly has been, he hasn't been as good moving forward as Nunes has been. So I really like Nunes.
O'Reilly's getting played too much.
Yes, O'Reilly has also he's sort of been ran into the dirt. Which is, we do have Ryan Aït-Nouri back, which another risk of O'Reilly, which I think it was a really good transfer, is that Aït-Nouri is probably going to start more on that left side. Honestly, against Spurs, I wouldn't be shocked to see Aït-Nouri starting instead of O'Reilly. Just a gut feeling there. Also, against Spurs, City struggle against Spurs a little bit historically, definitely recently. But for some reason, we struggle more at the Etihad against Spurs than at, I guess because it's 3-point lane. We just go in and it's easy. I expect Haaland to get a haul. I think that it's going to be a bounce back game for him. And I just don't really have any faith in Thomas Frank's Spurs right now in general, but especially that Burnley, they were so bad against Burnley.
They deserve to lose.
Yeah, they did. They got so lucky with that late equalizer. But and it was a banger, to be fair. Romero put his entire life on the line for that diving header. It was nice. But yeah, their defense was so sloppy. The goals were pretty nice from Burnley, but they definitely could have defended them better. And how are you letting Burnley score 2 against you and draw like that? That's crazy. I don't think that the team has faith in Frank right now. I feel like they are the fans, the team. I feel like he is just not inspiring anybody right now. And it's tough. So we'll see.
It's pretty incredible He hasn't been sacked yet. I mean,
It's really crazy. Honestly, like, respect to them for backing him and like showing like some patience just to be like, hey, maybe he can turn it around. Like sometimes you need to give managers time, but it's been pretty dreadful, honestly.
it's so
Um,
dreadful. Yeah, it's like I mean, and yeah, like there are some actual managers that are starting to become available now. Like I feel like it's a good time.
right.
Like 3 weeks
Maresca to
ago,
Spurs could be
three,
interesting. I'd rather have
three,
Maresca than Frank.
oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh, well, 3 weeks ago, I'd be like, oh, it's not a good time to sack anyone. But then Chelsea kicked the door open,
Yeah,
and then we
everyone
got,
else followed suit.
yeah. So, um, th- if they were serious, but no, they're even
This
like
Spurs.
I have been watching the Spurs fan channels to drink it in because I do I love it, and they're like, oh, bring Mason back, and I'm just like, jeez, like as interim, of course, to the end of the season, but I'm just like,
Oh
I
man,
thought you
they
guys were
oh
done with him.
that's
Yeah, I was like,
hilarious.
well, they
Wait,
want
that
Poch.
is they want to be United so bad. That's crazy because that's basically what United did. They're like, oh, we're gonna bring back the guy who was a really good interim. Like, what was that 2 3 years ago?
Well, the thing is, Mason was
Carrick.
never good. And like Carrick
No,
was never. It's still yet to be seen how good he is, if you ask me.
yeah,
But like he
never
got like
lost a
Carrick.
game as a United manager though. Gotta give him
I
that.
well, yeah, because he got a couple of jammy draws. But like,
Yeah,
but yeah, Mason would be. I mean, they want Poch really bad, and I'm like, what makes you think Poch would succeed now? I guess I don't
they
know.
they should hire Poch now. Honestly, he's
Yes, I
the
mean,
U.S. men's national team would be better
we're
off
not
for it.
we're not achieving anything. Yeah, so it's
No.
like it's okay.
Um. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ryan Mason though, cool guy for sure. I mean, I think he didn't he he's one of the people who like died on the field, right? Or like his heart stopped.
Oh,
Or maybe
I
he
don't
had a really
remember.
bad head injury.
Hmm.
I think he had like some sort of health scare that required him to retire early, and it was a cool story. Is he even coaching right now?
Yeah, I think he was coaching some team in the championship and had them almost relegated.
Oh, yes, he got fired by West Brom.
Yep,
Um,
West Brom are in the mud.
yeah, wait, they just sacked him, so he is
Wait,
available.
when?
Um, like 20 days ago, January 6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, r/Coys, Ryan Mason sacked from West Brom.
Ryan Mason
Frowny face.
available.
Yeah, I guess that's why they want him. Interesting. I mean, that's kind of what happened with Carrick, to be fair. Not that I rate him as a manager, but I think he went to Watford after
I think it
the
was it
first United
Middlesbrough?
stint. Oh, Middlesbrough. Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And wait, aren't Middlesbrough like uh, about to get promoted, or like they're up there? Maybe not. Yeah, they're
They're sort of
second. So
yeah, they're yo-yo.
they've gone nowhere but up since Carrick left. Um, yeah, interesting stuff. Coventry though, Frankie Lamps. Now that's a manager. Honestly,
Got,
Spurs.
he's got them buzzing. Oh my
Yeah,
god. No,
Spurs.
that
Better get him on the phone.
I mean, Conor Gallagher, he should have learned from every other former Chelsea player who goes to Spurs. I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for them. They Connor is getting what he deserves, to be honest, and he's not welcome
Wait,
back.
how has he already played 175 minutes in the Premier League? Oh, I guess
Connor,
they bought him 2 games. Oh, he played
he
90
played
against
two.
West
He
Ham.
played 2 games. Yeah, he played. All,
That's
yeah, I mean, he's
wild.
sort of a Frank. Frank needs a cardio guy, and they have no
He does.
cardio guy.
He's a cardio guy. He actually, it looks like he had a really, or like for not having scored, he did have a good game against Burnley. Um, I
That's
think he was.
a Thomas Frank player right there. He's
Yeah.
like did everything good but scored.
Honestly, what's the Ukrainian dude's name that plays for Brentford? I feel like that
Yarmouk?
guy's a bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yarmouk
Yarmouk.
is kind of a
Yeah,
Gallagher type player.
he is. He is.
He might be better, honestly. Um, yeah. Oh, all right. I'm gonna actually share this. I didn't realize that Solanke started, and he like kind of. It seems like he had a stinker, honestly. Um, yeah, this was a fun
Mm.
game. At least watching the highlights. The Walker had a nasty assist on the Twanzebe goal. The
Walker revenge.
Lyle Foster goal. Yes, yeah, that's
It
true.
was a
I
really
mean,
revenge, I think, but
Walker like never gets attacking contributions,
I
so
know.
that it means something for sure.
Also,
And then the
it's
Lyle
crazy
Foster
that
goal.
Frank started with like 5 at the back.
Yeah,
That's
against
so
Burnley.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I liked Danso before he went to Spurs, but I think he's kind of a fraud.
He's been
Poro,
exposed.
honestly, I don't know what's going on with him. He's just kind of been bad. Jed Spence has been awesome. He had a really nice cross that teed up the first Spurs goal. And then, yeah, I don't know. Van de Ven had a nice goal, too. But yeah, the defending for that Lyle Foster goal was pretty poor.
Yeah, like both goals, like they were all like falling over each other. Like it was
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous. Like
they're
it's
just
like,
letting the ball.
yeah.
Like this is actually I forgot. This is something that has happened a bunch of them. They just kind of like let the ball bounce around in the box and like don't clear it. I guess maybe they really want to build up from the back or something, but they just give up the ball or let the ball deflect to an opposition player in good spots
They're
very
just
often.
they're not serious people. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, it's tough. Wait, who did they brought in another wing back, right? Or maybe
Yeah, they got a
oh,
Brazilian guy.
Rabo. No,
Oh,
they're
no, yeah.
I don't think they actually have secured the transfer yet, but
Yeah, because like Roma's holding up Simicas,
oh, interesting.
which is sort of I feel bad for him because he's not even playing for Roma. It's like,
Yeah, Roma's super weird. I mean, Gasparini is running that club like a I don't even know what like a I don't know.
how does that guy
Gasparini
still
is he's a dictator manager if there ever was one. It's crazy.
the freaking Serie A like managerial like merry-go-round is insane.
Yeah. I mean, the craziest part is they're doing well, I guess, for the Serie A. But
oh, actually, I was confusing Gasparini with what's his name, the former Milan guy.
Gattuso.
Gattuso, yes,
Yeah,
Gattuso is a freaking criminal. Gasparini is actually good.
Gattuso coaches in I think Greece now.
Yeah, no, he's not good. He's bad.
Oh no, he coaches Italy.
What?
He's the national team coach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like the best national team coach they've had since Mancini. I mean,
matches. We'll see.
Best. Yeah, no, he's a fraud. I mean, I don't think that they'll even qualify for the World Cup, to be honest. And I say that as an Italy fan myself. But yeah, I mean, he is quite a fraudulent manager. Yeah, he's coaching Hajduk Split in Croatia before this.
Yes.
Yeah,
But I do like Gasparini. I mean, he did his bid at Atalanta, and he got that. Was it the Europa League? I mean,
yes,
that was a great team.
That was. He's just like he hates players. I feel like he has had beefs with like so many good players that have played under him. Like Ademola Lookman was just suffering under him, and to be fair, Ademola Lookman, he repeatedly takes some of the stupidest penalties I've ever seen. But he's a good player.
How much can you hate the manager that like really gave you that type of platform to where you win a European trophy pretty much single-handedly? Yeah. Like the team was built around him. He should be a little thankful. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. I can't even begin to understand this area, to be honest. It's a
I know, it
strange
is pretty.
league.
Yeah, it's pretty
Um,
bad.
but yeah, let's take a look at some of the fixtures from the past game week.
Nuno.
Yes, this was a Nuno masterclass, I've got to say. West Ham looked pretty great. They didn't even have possession. Um, I think that they're kind of back, to be honest. Um, they've what is their form looking like? I feel like they've actually
I
had
think
a
is that their
couple.
second win in a row?
Yeah, it's the third actually, if you count the cup.
Oh, well,
And they
okay,
beat
that's huge.
Spurs. They beat Spurs and Sunderland, which like that's not nothing. Those are solid wins. I
Yes,
think Bowen being back in his natural position has been huge. Crescencio Somerville has been awesome. And I really like Mateus Fernandez. I didn't realize he's only 21. That's crazy. Scored a banger on the weekend.
I think that was his
And
first goal outside the box. That's what I've heard.
oh, really? He's only scored
Yes.
goals within the box?
Yeah.
Wild. He takes a lot of long shots, but I also feel like I like Pagata, but I do feel like Pagata leaving is kind of like
Benefit.
addition from subtraction. Um, yeah, I rate Nuno, but yeah, I think this was a good win. And honestly,
Lucas
I
Job
this guy Scarles, this
Jaqueta.
NPC, what's that?
I'm calling him Lucas Jaqueta, as
Yeah.
in John Morant. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I mean, yeah, that's like the Trey Young trade. Just get rid of him. It doesn't even really matter what you get, and it'll help. This guy Ollie Scarles though, like NPC spawns out of nowhere,
Bloke.
and he actually, yeah, super bloke, but he's kind of been good. I feel like he's like a solid left back. Not thrilled. I like Malik Diouf more, but I feel like this guy's kind of a revelation. Um, yeah, we talked about this game.
Yeah.
Spurs just super fraudulent. Um, yeah, I mean I guess like the stats are kind of what you'd expect against Burnley. Allowing 1.44 xG against Burnley is kind of crazy though, honestly. Even at Turf Moor.
I
Um,
mean, those Foster chances really, like, I
yeah,
mean, the first shot he
terrible.
missed is pretty high XG, and the second one was like even higher. And
It
it's
was a
just
tap
yeah,
in. Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Um, Fulham with the clutch win. They're on a little bit of a streak as well, if I am recalling correctly. Oh no, they actually lost to Wolves, but they had a couple nice wins before that.
They beat
Um,
Wales.
yes. uh, Kevin started. Oh yeah, because they just like don't have a lot of attackers right now, given the injuries and guys that just came back from AFCON. Um,
I
but
have to say, like, from an FPL perspective, Brighton are only second to Aston Villa in terms of how confusing they are. Like, it's
that's
just like
actually true.
you don't really want, like, they're like good, like, obviously Villa is good according to the table, but it's just like, who do you want to own, like, other than Rodgers? Maybe, like, even Rodgers
Nobody.
has been underperforming for a team that's supposed to be that good, and he's their talisman, and it's like, he's like not that good. And then yeah, like, I guess people have pieces of the Brighton defense. Maybe an attacker like Matoma is like always like a decent shout if when he's fit, but
Yeah.
it's just they are not consistent. And Barf Verbruggen, yeah, that was a horrible.
Yikes.
That was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. Especially
Letting in
on
that
that
goal.
free kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say also, Hertzler is maybe the worst of like any manager in terms of the roulette. His lineups are so
Yes.
unpredictable. Like this is a crazy lineup. Fuscagli at left back. I mean, I guess the midfield makes a lot of sense, but then like Gomez. I feel like Gomez has played every defensive mid. This is a classic here Fabian Hertzler position chart right there. Just they just spawn in different parts
He's
of the
missing
field.
striker though.
And
He's missing
yeah,
striker.
I mean, honestly, he probably can and like will play striker at some
He
point
has played
too.
striker in the cup.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
Oh
where
yeah,
he
he
got
did.
the 4 goals.
Yeah, he scored a hat trick. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
4 goals. Gross being back is awesome. Shout out. I'm a big Pascal Gross guy. But yeah, then bringing Minte and Ruter off the bench is just kind of random too, and Milner too. The oldest man alive, James Milner. Anderson's assist was nice. Yeah, Chukwueze. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like both of these teams are a little bit confusing. I guess really they're just like the most solidly mid-table teams ever. Fulham being in 7th is kind of crazy, actually. But
I'm a Fulham enjoyer.
They're kind of like the mid-table of Aston Villa, where like you never know what they're gonna do in a game, like how well or poorly they're gonna play, but they're sort of gonna scrape it out and do well enough and like finish top half of the table despite allowing like 6 goals in a game against City or whatever.
I think they have supplanted Palace in terms of how solidly mid-table they are.
Yeah,
like Palace probably. I think they flew too close to the sun, and they were an unserious club.
Yes.
And
ownership group that is like actually crazy when you look at it's like the Eagles owners and I forget who else it is, but it's like some other fraud.
The Sixers, right?
The Sixers owners. I mean, yeah, it's the Sixers owners, and I forget who else is in there. But
the Trump guy.
Yes, yeah. Woody Johnson, the Jets owner, who is like who was Trump's ambassador to England. Yeah, no, it's a truly fraudulent owner group. I should have known that they would have shit the bed like this when I saw that. But yeah, Palace are solidly shit. Like I was thinking about bringing in Munoz, and now I'm like, no way. Even like I guess I would have to see something impressive from him before. I guess he came back. I think, or maybe he's due back in the
Munoz
next game.
Started. No, he was.
He did start. He did start. Yeah.
Palace definitely looked better.
Having him back is huge.
Yeah, we could just talk about this game.
Yeah. So let's. Having him back is huge. The Wharton Red though is tough. But I'd like to hear
Kobe Mainu is up. Okay.
Yes. Yep. I mean, we talked about this last week. Yeah. Kobe Mainu, Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson. I mean, honestly, Elliot Anderson and Mainu are looking very clear at this moment. Anderson had just a very nice performance too. But yeah, let's. I'm guessing I'm assuming you watched this game, so
yes.
I'd like to hear your thoughts.
I had the incredible pleasure of watching Chelsea FC. This result was a little fraudulent, according to the scoreline. I mean, Estevao was amazing. His goal was great, and I am thinking about him from an FPL perspective because how does he not start at this point? He is that good, and you could start when Palmer's back. You should start them both, and freaking whoever, Garnacho, Neto, whoever can duke it out for the left, and but the attack is going to be going down the right with Estevao and Palmer, and that's how it should be if we are serious and want to actually keep Estevao, because I feel like he has been a little frustrated with the lack of game time he's been given. And yeah, he was sick the last couple of games. He's. I mean, we just gotta play the kid. And Palace were mostly just pretty bad up until the red card. They were bad. Then when the red card happened, they, I think, got a little bit embarrassed and decided to turn it on. They were pretty dominant. Like once the red card happened, and Chelsea were just like, they phoned it in the last, which is fine. honestly, I'm okay with that, especially from an FPL perspective. Chelsea conceding a goal, we love that, and because I mean I benched Chalobah, but yeah, I mean, all right. And did you see the pen? That was a big talking point, actually.
I did not see it. I mean, I saw Fernandez take the pen, but I did not see what action gave up the pen.
So, like, Pedro had like a pretty good chance. Like, it was he pretty much it was like he was shooting on an open goal essentially, but like a defender in between, and the defender, what's his name? The geezer.
Was it Convo?
Yeah.
Damn, he had a tough game.
But it was weird because it hit off his like sort of hip and then hit his arm in the back, and if his arm wasn't there, it was going in the goal. So they ultimately, at first they didn't call a pen, and then they called a pen, and I really don't think those should be given, quite frankly. I think there was, this is sort of many years ago now, but it was Chelsea were playing Liverpool, and Reece James got a save on the line essentially, but it hit off his thigh, then hit his arm, and they gave a pen for that. And I was just like, what are these supposed that when does the proximity thing happen? Because if it gets a touch off your thigh, your body part, it's just doesn't the proximity reset? It's not just from where the attacker hits the ball. The point is to give the time for the defender to react, and I don't think. And in the Reece James situation, he was given a red card, and there was a penalty, which was way too harsh. And again, I mean, there was just a streak of games against Liverpool where Chelsea kept getting red, and but it was sort of a similar situation where I just feel like if it comes off a defender and then it nicks their hand, even if it's on target like that, it's just what is the defender supposed to do? His arm was it in a natural position. Obviously you're not supposed to be hitting the ball with your hand, but it's just I don't know. It just seems pretty impossible, and I don't really agree with it. I think it's bad. But I guess they just got to be really clear with the precedent, because I think the proximity, it's always to the attacker, and it's just but it's also the reason for that rule is just to give the chance of the defender the chance to react. So I don't know. Felt bad, and also contribute to this fraudulent scoreline. So there you go.
It's tough. I mean, the handball penalties are so confusing to me still. And I think it's
they just need to be clear about the rules.
Yeah,
they need to clear about it.
I hope this offseason that's an actual initiative that they take, because it honestly is just frustrating and weird, and everyone's mad about it. It doesn't really benefit.
They're never getting better.
I mean, actually, the only people who it's a detriment to is Liverpool.
Yes.
Because their fans they're just the most persecuted club in general, and there's an actual vendetta out against them by the World Soccer Federation. But yeah, otherwise it's bad for everybody. No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with. We have some Liverpool friends, and honestly, this is just Liverpool fans in general. They have a spreadsheet full of refs' decisions that have gone against them, and why they should win the Premier League every single year because of it. Mm-hmm. Even this year, I mean, they probably think they should win. They could win this year if the refs had made a couple different calls. So, yeah, it's tough. I like Convo. I felt bad for him this game. He's only 19, but this was really one of the purest stinkers a center back could have, despite the handball being a little bit fraudulent. I didn't see the Wharton red or second yellow. Was how bad was it? Was that controversial? Excuse me.
It was just a second yellow. I mean, Caicedo done him. Oh, Caicedo could have been sent off earlier this match, to be honest, with a second yellow. So we got pretty lucky. I mean, the refs were pretty much on our side. So Yeah, but I mean the second yellow for Wharton was like not really controversial at all. Like Caicedo done him, and like Wharton just like committed way too early. It was pretty clear. It was just like, okay, yep. If you weren't on a yellow, you were getting a yellow, and if you were on a yellow, you're getting the second yellow. So yeah.
Chris Richards' goal was nice. I wonder if anyone still has him in FPL. Probably some people, but
The desperate people clinging on to Chris Richards. Yes.
yeah, that's the Palace defense has been a real tough hold for the past several game weeks. Oh yeah, this game was awesome.
So good.
Speaking about Liverpool,
Swirly.
Liverpool's defense. What? All right. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, this is crazy. Liverpool allowed 2.35 xg. Honestly, that's right. I thought this was flipped, and I was like, "There's no way." Because honestly, Bournemouth was just like the defense was so bad from Liverpool. They were like just giving them tap-ins basically, and they were not running back at all. Virgil was defending with his aura, literally like just standing there expecting things to happen. Like
Honestly,
it's
I
so
can't
crazy.
tell which goal was worse. I honestly think that second goal, keeping everyone on side, is worse. It's like
Yeah, that
it's
is
so
crazy.
lazy. It's so
That is
lazy. Like
crazy.
you are the only guy. You're the only guy out there. You're on an island. Like keeping
Yeah,
everyone on, and like sometimes defenders miss the ball. Like
yep.
okay, but like staying on like forming a line, like you're supposed to do that. Okay, like that's something that happens like 60 times
It's
every
basic.
game. It's like it's
It's
like
basic defense.
yeah.
Um, yes, Virgil. I mean that goal. It was a nice goal, but like he was terrible.
Came off his back.
Yeah, it did. It was. I mean, yeah, it was pretty lucky. I've got to say, I talked about this
Yes.
guy being like an NPC last week. The
He's sort
assist
of
was
a goat.
nice. He's 3.9 in FPL. Worth a shout.
Yes.
He gets DEFCONs pretty much every game. And Bournemouth's defense isn't that good, so like I don't think he is a must like bring in, but he's good. Like
Yes.
he is maybe my words. I think he got DEFCONs and an assist this game. Yeah,
Yep.
he's kind of nice. Um,
Szoboszlai with the
yes.
cheeky. Well, and Salah, I mean, you could say Rogers' assist was fraudulent, but Salah's probably more fraudulent if you ask me, with the little
Oh
flick.
yeah,
Yeah, but
100%. Yeah.
uh, Petro was caught cheating, which you hate to see. But I mean, it was a good goal overall. But yeah,
Yeah, it was a nice goal. It was, I mean, just like the classic. I guess Soboslai. I said he doesn't get returns, and of course he gets 2 returns the week after I say it.
I mean,
Um,
I was pretty mad when he got them. I was like, oh, come on. I mean,
the
like,
set piece stuff it's all set pieces. It's literally just
yeah.
set pieces. Which, to be fair, a lot of the best FPL players do that, and are set piece merchants. But yeah, it was all set pieces. Um,
Slot getting the sack. Okay, we love it. We move.
yes. Um, yeah. I mean, you should go back to Camber.
Yeah. Go
Uh,
back to the Netherlands, dude.
I mean, I honestly don't. I will say, I don't know if this was even Slot's fault. Actually, I feel like obviously some of this has to fall on him because the coach is the one who inspires the players and gets them to play and to give an effort. But like they just look like they don't care, and like especially the defense and even midfield. Gravenberch was like actually Van Dyke. At least he was like standing in front of people when he was defending with his aura. Gravenberch had a play where he was running. He was like running back on the sideline, basically, or like just jogging. And then his guy was the one who ended up scoring the goal because
That's
he
why
just
Tuchel
wasn't
hated
tracking
him.
back. Yeah, he wasn't tracking back and marking him. Wait, when did Gravenberch? When did Tuchel? Oh, he was at Bayern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow, I forgot about that. I mean, I rate Gravenberch a lot, but that was frustrating to watch for sure. He's
Yeah,
just
he's like not a
jogging back.
6, but they expect him to be a 6.
Um, Actually, that was for Burnley's game tying goal. To be fair, not this game, but
Wait, I mean, but
I
yeah, you just can't really defend like that. He's
no
good in the press, but he can't defend. It's like that's like
no yeah he's like a ball carrier more than a
yes.
like a holding like ball winner. Um, yeah, I think also, I mean, we've had this conversation on this podcast, I think, but it still needs to be said. Like, I think they really fumbled their transfer strategy this summer. Like, I mean, the Isak and Ekatike getting injured, as well as like the other injuries that they have. Obviously, that doesn't help. But they needed reinforcements in more positions than just wingbacks and striker, and you're really seeing it now. Like their midfield is really just getting run ragged.
Hmm.
Their entire defense is just kind of in shambles.
Well,
Van
I mean, to
Dyke
be fair,
is. Oh yeah,
they
sorry.
thought
Go ahead.
they thought Guehi was a lock.
Yeah, that is
Last
true. The
year.
Guehi thing really did screw them up. And if they had Guehi right now, it would be a different story. They might be like in the top three, but um, just yeah. Now, like I mean, Van Dyke not good. Konate. Actually, I don't know why he missed time. Hopefully, everything's okay with him.
Yeah, his dad passed away, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
But well, I think the thing with Slot is, I mean, the players aren't afraid of getting benched, and like Salah, like sort of sunned his ass, like a little bit.
honestly, yeah.
He made
That
the he
ended their
made
season. The Salah stuff, like he should have just said, "Salah, you're done." The fact that Salah's now back and started like
yeah, exactly. It's
that.
just like everyone made it clear. It's just like, oh, if we're picking sides here, we're picking Salah. It just makes you look
Yeah,
bad. And it's just like even if you're like fighting a losing battle, like try to stamp your authority still. Like it's just
for
like
sure.
have some freaking respect. And Van Dyke is like obviously never. I mean, with the amount of injuries they have, he can't really get dropped. But like,
Yeah,
and like even if they had someone available, like just, like I don't think
yeah. He's the
Slot would not
captain.
drop him.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, but like it's just like, dude, he's been so bad, and like Konate's taking so much of the blame. They try to
Mhm.
make Kirkez look bad, and Kirkez hasn't been amazing. But like every time I just see like Van Dyke and Kirkez play together, VVD's yelling at him, and I'm just like, it's not all his fault, man. It's like you suck. It's like
Also, I don't know how you don't start Ekatike in this game.
exactly. Yeah,
That's just a
that was
massive
shooting
mistake.
yourself in the foot. Yeah, that's not.
Gakpo and Salah strike partnership, like, are you dumb? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense.
He thought he was. Yeah.
Um,
He thought he
yeah,
was
I
really
mean,
cooking.
I don't know. I like when Liverpool's bad, so I'm mad at for me to be mad about it. Like, they've got some issues for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of talked about this game. The Igor Jesus goal was a banger, though.
That was nice.
Sick touch, just like crazy turn. Um,
The real Igor scored this weekend.
yes, yeah, the better Igor. I
Please.
I was gonna joke. I don't even think it's that much of a joke. The only problem with Igor Jesus is now him and Awani do kind of have a rotation there,
Competition.
and also
Yeah.
Mateta might be coming in too, which would be
What?
yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
happening?
Forrest want Mateta, which honestly would be sick. I feel like he actually would cook there. But yeah, I think that the rotation is too much up in the air for Jesus, but I like him. I feel like I don't know if he's like that much worse than Igor Thiago at this point. Gibbs White with an assist. I wonder how. I do want to check how he's been playing because
He's been like on the
we
cusp.
always.
He's been on the bubble for a
Yeah,
while.
he has 3 returns in his past 4. And he also has He's gotten bonus points in a couple of those games. He's playing well, and Forest are buzzing right now. They beat Brentford, they drew Arsenal, they beat West Ham, they beat Villa. Wait, did they actually beat Villa? I was looking at Gibbs White's fixture. Oh yeah, they lost to Wrexham in the cup. That's tough. No, they lost to Villa. Gibbs White just had a goal. Still though, they're on a nice little run, and they've got some good fixtures coming up too. They should be able to score against Palace, Leeds, Wolves, Liverpool. I don't think that Gibbs White is a bad shout right now. I think he could be a nice differential, actually. But yeah, shout out to Daichi, our guy. He did it again.
The GOAT.
And then I only watched the highlights of this game.
Oh, yeah, I ain't watching this garbage.
Wait, Justin
Yeah,
didn't Stack like? I thought Stack
He got
scored
the
that. Or did it deflect? Oh.
No.
Oh yeah, it was a free kick, right?
No, it was like a cross, and Aronson was like gonna get a touch to it, but then let it go to Justin. Like, yeah, like it was sort of funny, like watching Aronson run away from it. He was like, like, but, yeah.
Aronson, FBL Aronson, he's been all right. I guess he's blanked in his past.
Oh,
okay.
We should talk about we should wrap it up on the United Arsenal.
Yes,
game,
let's do it. Wait.
The main event.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. I mean, I gave some thoughts on it already, but I'm curious what you have to say.
Well, okay, people are saying United like thoroughly outplayed Arteta or whatever. And it's just like that is garbage. That is hot trash. United boosters getting on their freaking high horse again. Their Carrick's at the wheel. Okay, yeah, give him a contract. Give him a contract. I dare you. I love that. I love nothing more than to have Carrick having a contract.
That's a donation right there.
But
they're just donating money to him, and then
yeah,
they're gonna fire him.
But yeah, I mean, Arsenal pretty much like they gifted one of the goals. That's a fact.
Oh yeah,
the other two goals. Yeah, the other two goals were like low XG bangers.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
They were good, but like it's just like United were not like putting the clamps on Arsenal or whatever, and Arsenal were just really bad. Like that's just it. Like they were bad.
Yeah.
Own goal scored again, and they thought they could be jammy again, but it's really not happening. And yeah, I think they've been a little found out. So, in the bottle, the bottle factories were hiring again.
Their front line is just I don't think they have a good front three that's reliable.
I really don't understand why he's not starting Martinelli.
Yeah, I think Martinelli should start. Well, he didn't even play. He didn't even play.
He got hooked last match at halftime because he missed one chance. And like I'm just like, dude, you cannot be that picky right now in terms of like your goal scorers. Like it's just like would you rather them not shoot and like and
I think he would, honestly. I mean, yeah,
I guess
it's Arteta we're talking about. That might be what he prefers. I mean, I've got to say,
what it looks like.
Gyökeres has really been one of the biggest flops I've ever seen.
It's official.
It's kind of crazy.
Official. That's so official.
He's so bad. He actually he should have. If he was still at Coventry right now, he could be cooking. That might be his level.
Yeah.
But yeah, he really is. I mean, the chance that he had at the end, towards the end of the game, I don't know what he was trying to do, but like, do you remember that when he was through on goal and then he kicked it and I don't know if it was a shot or a pass, but he kicked it so hard that it went out for a throw-in. He kicked it so far. He was on the left side of goal, close to goal. Like it was just him and the keeper. and he booted it out for a throw in. It was crazy. I don't know. Just watching him run, like he looks like he has jeans on.
Yeah. Lukaku.
Yeah, he looks like Lukaku, backing down the guy with jeans on, and it's just not good. I will say, United. This is actually kind of what United does, to give them credit. They under Amarim and now too, they show up against good teams and make it a game most of the time, and are gonna hit you on the counter and do their thing. And then against bad teams, they'll like clock in the worst performance you've ever seen. Like that's why Amarim got fired, is because they played Wolves, Leeds, and Burnley back to back to back, and they got, I think, a total of 3 points out of all those games, maybe not even. And so
They drew against Wolves.
I think they drew all three, but maybe they won.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. They drew against Burnley and Leeds. Yeah, 3.
Yeah. And so, like, I do think that, like, they look impressive, but also I don't think this is new. They actually kind of have done this always under Amarin. I think it's just like they do have Bruno, Cunha, Dorgu, to give them credit, for and Mbumo. They have all these guys who are amazing on the counter. That's sort of their whole thing, and it's smart. Those are smart
Kobe
transfers.
Mainu, of course.
Yeah, Kobe Mainu, Mr. 6.53. That actually is one of the. I mean, yeah, we are Team Kobe here, but that is one of the lowest football ratings I've seen. That's crazy. For a whole season.
That's because Amarin has sabotaged his rating.
Yes, I mean that does play a factor, to be fair. But
like Carrick is also benefiting from the fact that their like 3 best players are back.
Yeah,
like it's
100%.
It's insane.
Yeah, definitely. And Dorgu, he's like this Dorgu run of form that sort of started before Carrick even, but like he's been continuing to cook, or he was. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to be out for like 10 weeks now. And Bumo has just been him for like the past 2 years. Still crazy to me to see he's only 26. Like I don't think that ever. He really. I mean, it's just that he's bald. So sorry, but like he always seems. I always think he's older than he is. Cunha, I do kind of like Cunha as an FPL asset now, because the Dorgu injury probably means that he's gonna play consistently, and
also, I don't know how much
is just really good.
I don't know how much Dorgu was gonna get played that much after these tougher fixtures.
Yeah,
at least at the wing.
Yeah,
like I
Dorgu
thought
was
like
Sorry,
sort of auxiliary wing back. Yeah.
Exactly. Dorgu is like kind of perfect when you have Shaw and like you want a guy who can like Luke Shaw is not the most mobile guy. He's probably gonna stand back there. He's nice on like 1-2 passes, and he can play the odd through ball. But you need a guy who can get back and offer support on that left flank, and that I think was why they had Dorgu. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they line up. I mean, I'm guessing they'll keep the 4-2-3-1 and then just probably move some of these guys around. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Fulham game, I think they'll score some goals. And we'll see. I have Fernandez in FPL now, so I'm hoping they do at least. Pillowfoot.
Yep. Pillowfoot.
The 6.0. Yeah, he was just like a passenger in this game, honestly. Like, and yeah, Zubamendi, real just rough performance from him as well. But yeah, I don't know if there's too much else to say on the FPL front. I guess I'll check the doc. and see if we had any other topics.
I mean, we have the big DEF CON discussion, but
Oh,
we gotta
yes.
table it again.
Well, yeah, DEF CON and leaks. I feel like we do have two big topics that we need to drop now. How about next week we can go light on the fixture talk and do a forum, an open forum from Utter Bloke Nonsense.
Half season review. It's a little bit more half, but
I like that actually. That's good. That's yeah. So instead of like it'll be, I guess, like game week 24. I guess we could still recap, but like light on the recap stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not planning on making a transfer that week either, so I don't think I'll talk too much about my team. So we'll see, I guess, what the game week brings. But I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So tune in next week where we will be talking the big hot button topics of FPL. But yeah. I guess that's it from the blokes over here on the other side of the pond. Thank you for listening. I've been so bad even talking about the short form content on the podcast and not posting it. So yeah, I need to do that. I don't know if we even had any good TikTok clips from this episode, but maybe I'll just post some shit posts.
The shit posts do numbers.
Yeah, the shit posts do way more numbers than our podcast clips, honestly. So, I'm gonna our most popular post is still the guy who's like pickaxing for diamonds, and it's owning Catco
and the meme is wrong.
So, it's the wrong meme, but it's still funny. I mean, I think the meme being wrong honestly made it better. But yeah, I'm gonna goal for next week, shit post, and then the shit post will be perfect promo for. They'll expect us to be like some dumb banter, and really we'll be like the most philosophical FPL conversation you've ever heard, including Mr. Psychology FPL Raptor. So we're smarter than him.
I love it when managers do this after a goal.
I like that. Yeah. Like I thought that up myself. Or like who does is this Rashford who does like it's kind of like a salute, but he like points to the side of his eye.
I mean,
Rashford's sick.
Someone else did it first though, and then he claimed it. It was like
a weird thing. You know, who I forget who the first to. I think Mateta kicks the corner flag.
Yeah,
I forget who the first guy who put his who put his hand on the corner flag. Like he was like
Henri.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense because Cherokee does that now. That's like Cherokee's celebration.
Yeah, it was like sort of an Henri thing, but yeah.
Actually, this celebration talk could be a good TikTok put out because I was thinking about there were some good celebrations this weekend. Marmouche, I think you mentioned the cleanest knee slide ever.
Oh no, truly. Semenyo is
Semenyo too. Yeah.
Semenyo has like a 10 out of 10 knee slide every time. Harry Wilson had a very horrible knee slide. It must be said.
That is the classic Harry Wilson.
Zero momentum.
Harry Wilson. All right, another TikTok clip. Harry Wilson is the white Masataka Yoshida. Look it up, guys. And with that, that's our podcast. Thanks, guys. Don't cancel me. Thanks for listening. Yeah, we have TikTok, YouTube.
Harry Wilson
Instagram.
Is not white. He is Welsh. Okay, let's get it right. Okay.
Next pod we are going to interrogate whiteness. We know a lot about critical race theory and no, I'm kidding. But no, I mean I am kidding, but I think that is a really interesting topic, unironically, the concept of whiteness. But yeah, not the pod for that. Not utter bloke nonsense. I don't think we're the experts. Actually, maybe we are the experts in whiteness. We have a podcast about fantasy Premier League. But
really.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, and Daichi, play us out.
Title fight? Get in there! Get in there! You beauty! Come on, you! Love that from you. I didn't say it. No headlines. I did not say we're in a title fight. The media said that we were in a title fight.